Alright, today we're going to be talking about the House Bill 1796. This House Bill was initiated to change the state flag. It's going to be a short House Bill. I got it sitting right in front of me. It's not but 9 pages long with about 7 articles. We'll go over each article individually and discuss it, and at the end of the video I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen with the current flag, and also I'll put up some of the current renderings of the new flag. Section 1 is going to be establishing the commission for a group of people to design and present and change the flag. Sole purpose of this commission is design, develop, and report to the governor. The new design for the flag has to be presented before or on September 14th, 2020. Section 1 also states that the new flag cannot have the Confederate battle flag on it, which is what's on the current one. That's what they're wanting to change. But the new flag must have "In God We Trust" on it. The commission has to be made up of 9 members, and they'll be appointed as follows. 3 members appointed by the Speaker of the House, which the Speaker of the House is Philip Gunn. Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hoseman will appoint 3 members, and the governor will appoint 3 members, but the governor has to pick one from the Mississippi Economic Council, the Mississippi Arts Commission, and the Board of Trustees of the Department of Archives and History. The commission has to be put together no later than July 15th, which is right around the corner. That's about to come up. They have to have everybody picked before July 15th. The commission shall have the following functions and duties: to hold regular public meetings when and where it sees fit, to receive written public comments in a manner and under the terms and conditions as it sees fit. C. To collect, examine, and consider all information that it determines may be helpful in making a recommendation for the new design for the Mississippi state flag. D. To consult with experts, representatives, or organizations and associations and others as it sees fit, whose knowledge or expertise may assist the commission in making its recommendation. E. To make any inquiries and conduct any business that may assist the commission in developing the new design for the Mississippi state flag. However, the new design for the Mississippi state flag recommended by the commission shall not include the design of the Confederate battle flag, but shall include the words "In God We Trust." F. Keep minutes of the meetings and make those minutes available to the public. And G. To make a written recommendation for the new design for the official Mississippi state flag, which shall be presented to the governor and the legislative not later than September 14th, 2020. So pretty much the people in this commission can pick whatever they want. Members of the commission shall receive no compensation for their service of the commission, but may receive reimbursement for mileage and actual expenses as provided in section 25341. 25341 is travel expenses of state officers and employees. They get reimbursed for their travels. Moving on to section 2, this is going to be the section that's going to put in the statewide special election. They go through and they have to change the laws to allow it, but the special election shall be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, and shall be conducted in the same manner as general elections are held. Same way like you go and you vote for any other official. You go down to your voting precinct, you go in, show your ID, sign a little paper, they give you a little card, you're going to vote yes or no, which I'll show you on the screen how it's going to be laid out. The qualified electors may indicate their preference on the line following the answer that they prefer. If a majority of the qualified electors voting on the question in the special election vote yes, then the legislative shall enact into law the new design as the official Mississippi state flag. If a majority of the qualified electors voting on the question in the special election vote no, then the commission shall reconvene to perform the function described in section 1 of this act, which means that they're going to go back and redo the commission and redo the whole process that I just talked about until eventually they're going to get a yes. That's what they're wanting. It's going to be changed regardless. Okay, once they do that, the special election shall be held on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November of the year in which the commission presents its recommendation to the legislative. It shall be conducted in the same way general elections are held. Section 2 goes on to talk about how you can vote, and it's going to be up to them to decide which county can do what, and virtually going to go around to who's paying for what. But ultimately, to what I've read on here, which this is subject to change at any time, this is just the first rendition of the House bill. It's liable to change before it ever gets up there. It's liable to change after it gets there. It's liable to change after they vote. This is just the first draft. But most of your voting is paid for by the county or state, which your tax dollars is paying for your voting precincts, the people that work there, and all the equipment. It's all going to be run by tax dollars. And this part here is what I went to in section 2. All other costs associated with the holding of the statewide special elections shall be borne by each individual county. So each individual county is going to be paying for any extra cost added to this. All right, section 3 talks about state law 2315-351, which is the authority to print ballots. They have to go in anytime they do a special election. They have to go in and change the state statute to allow the special election for them. That's what section 3 covers. Just going over their this is what they're adding to the law. In the case of a statewide special election on the new design for the official Mississippi state flag provided for in section 2 of this act, the provisions of this article regarding the printing and distribution of the official ballots shall be governed by the provision of section 2.3 of this act. They're just going in and adding in there that they can print it up. Same way with section 4, going over 2315-355, which is the payment of ballot expenses. And it goes through and adds the same information in there that they'll be adding a section in there so they can get the funding for this partially the same way they get the funding for the other elections you have. Section 5 goes over section 3316, which is the design of the state flag. They have to put that in there so they can go in and change it. It's how it's going to be changed. Section 6, at that date, will come up with an immediate development plan to take down the old flag and do it in the respective and proper way. Yes, there is rules regarding that. The removal of the flag shall take place not later than 15 days from the effective date of this act. Section 7, this act shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passed. That's the end of it. This is kind of a short one. It's not but 9 pages long. And I say 9 pages loosely because they are not typed normal. They're typed like that, double spaced everywhere. But all right, let's go over some of the new flags. Okay, this is going to be the current flag. It's got the Confederate flag in the corner of it. That's what they're doing away with. This is renderings done by the Clarion Ledger, so credit to them. As you can see, 2 up top have the magnolia in it, state flower. 2 in the middle have the eagle and the hospitality state with the flower. The 2 in the center have also, just changes it out with Mississippi seal. And number 7 is just a combination of 2 and 4. This one here is going to be the Stennis flag. All right, the Stennis flag was introduced under House Bill 1548 by a woman named Stennis. That's why it's called the Stennis flag. Here's another one somebody else did of the seal. All right, hit like on the video, subscribe, comment which flag you like. If there's another flag you got that you like, comment it below, let people see it. If you design one, put it in there. Whatever you want to see, put it in the comments. Let's discuss it. Let's let everybody discuss it. And come back every Monday at 3 p.m. for new videos.